gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a props, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see shit doing.
Right, it's about to get worse. He already doing that.
We all saw what we saw. You know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me.
Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm going to keep it high level. And this is going to just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up. I got a match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they played the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
Wah, wah, wah. What's crackin' back from the back end to the jacket? The G's are up because we's are up. And some of y'all didn't even go to bed. Oh, man, what's crackin'? Oh, man, y'all got to make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, hit the super chat, and we'll chop it up right now. Just like my man Stomp just did. He on the set. I like that better. What song is that? I ain't take my medicine today. We got Stomp in here. He got some coffee in here. And what he drinking? That's a big cup, big mug. And he hype. I'm ready with you, big dog. I'm ready with you. We got to talk about LeBatard saying, I declare war between you athletes and you media. He is going to talk through that. We're going to talk through that with him. We also going to get into Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Brown's beef as it goes deeper because Kwame Brown has now showed up and told y'all, I told y'all. That's what he going to get through. Caitlin Clark. Her haters are getting louder, so are her supporters. Kayla Clark, we got to talk through that. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. We said they didn't have a beef, but they got something. Because somebody didn't go to somebody's wedding. And let me just tell you, men don't even want to have a wedding, let alone not invite their boy to make it a nicer night. Oh, man, we're going to get into that. Draymond calls Shams out. Carmelo wants peace with Jeremy Lin. Finally, got to get that hate out your heart. Remember that? We all saw it. We all lived through it. And Pat McAfee, are you covering up for Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel? People are calling the Mac out. Man, y'all know how much I like Pat McAfee. But at the same time, I don't think he covered that story. Let's just say that if you really want to go there. So, without further ado, let me see how we should start this show off today. What kind of energy should we be on? It's a lot of beefs out there, but really it's not beefs, it's just disagreements. And I think they're respectfully doing it because ain't nobody throwing hands. Ain't nobody really going there. Are they? Let's just show you this real quick. Let's just show you this, because this is what's happening in Cannes right now. People are in Cannes at the film festival. And that's LeBron James. You're going to see Jeff Bezos jump in here. That's Maverick Carter. Look at him. Boy, we done learned how to hold that glass, didn't we? He used to hold it with just a finger, one finger, maybe two. Now look at him. That's Savannah chilling. One of their yachts is back there. Let them go. Let them go. Okay. They got a song to this. So I can't play the song, but y'all know what it is. All right, that's all y'all can hear. Y'all know what it is. They not like us, but it's a lot of they in there. Not that many us. Now watch this. Tell me. Does Drake really have an issue? I think Drake got a real problem now. This is hilarious. So this song is on, and obviously LeBron knows he's been dissed by Drake. And why not give it to him? Look, it's a lot of them, a lot of us, a lot of not like us. And LeBron is feeding this one. Like he ain't never heard this song before. He doing everything he wanted to do that he didn't do because he didn't get on that stage at the pop-off. Like, wop, wop, wop. I ain't playing the song because I don't know what the hell. Drake might sue me. And that's Jeff Bezos and his wife. Look at her. She look at this. Oops, that's how the energy I'm on today. That's right. It's sports. It's beef. We're going to talk through it. And that's not even the biggest news with LeBron, actually. The biggest news coming with LeBron is actually this. And I can't believe this. Come on, y'all. The Clippers. Oh! Clippers are the favorites to land LeBron if he doesn't stay with the Lakers. Or return to Cleveland. So wait, we ain't the favorites. But do you imagine a top 5 pick? Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, and Darius Garland? Talk to me, y'all. LeBron is a Clipper. Somebody said that to me like 2 weeks ago, and I didn't give him the time of day, so I just kept walking. Like, man, what are you talking about, dog? You ain't going to stop me with that junk. But now it got a real report with it. Real stuff. I mean, that will be highly unlikely. As unlikely as it was when the Knicks were down 22 points in the fourth quarter and still came back and won.
Stephen A. Smith, I would imagine he's feeling pretty
probably, right?
Yeah, right. Hi. How are you feeling after watching that Knicks team do what they did, particularly the final minutes of that game?
Relieved, Nicole. Absolutely relieved. I mean, they looked absolutely awful for more than 3/4 of the game. And then after that, it was 7 minutes left. They were down 22. And then all of a sudden, Jalen Brunson goes ballistic and literally should be arrested for the assault that he put on James Harden. Just abused him at every single turn.
I don't understand this. Like, I see the coverage on this one. I saw James Harden. He gave him the corner. He gave him the baseline. I mean, I guess you're expecting to get better coverage and faster help, but bad play call, too.
Annihilated him, kept going by him, scored like 5 or 6 straight baskets, and then it got to a point where seemingly anybody, whether it was Mikal Bridges.
Like, he just playing help defense. He's like, all right, I'm going to let you go because, all right, you're supposed to step up right now. I mean, I get it. That's what they say. That's what they do in practice. It ain't working like that right now in this fourth quarter.
Whether it was Brunson, whether it was Landry Shamet, anybody who attempted a shot, it was James Harden in the vicinity. It ain't just Jalen Brunson. that should be arrested for assault. It's the rest of the Knicks, because everybody at that point was targeting James Harden because he couldn't stop a cold. It was just that simple. But
well, no one stops the cold because there's no cure for the cold. So there's no cure for the common cold. Everyone knows that, Stephen A., but we'll keep it going. You got a lot of other topics to jump into. We ain't going to let you go right there. I want y'all to see this probability because, you know, we nerds on this show. According to ESPN Analytics, the Knicks win probability was as low as 0.1%. Damn. Teams trailing by 22 points in the fourth quarter of a playoff game since 1997-98 were 1 and 594. You think that's good? Entering Tuesday. 1. Golly. That is tricking the game off right there. That's hard to recover. It's hard to win. It's hard, first of all, it's hard to make it. It's hard to make it. And then it's hard to get that opportunity where you actually can make it happen. Win. Right? It's one thing to show up, and you can show up with a team that, and you ain't got no shot. Y'all ain't going to, man, come on, dog. Come on. Y'all not going to do it. All right. So then you can get to the point where you're like, oh, we can. If we do all of the things right, we can. You get to that point. Then you actually do, but you're not done. You do, but you're not done. That fourth quarter is not done. And then you lose it. You know how hard it is to beat another team after that when you got that new opponent in your head called doubt? Ooh, wait. They in trouble. They in trouble. Somebody told me the Knicks are going to win that series. Well, now I believe you. I mean, before I thought, okay, I understand. It would be better if the Knicks win because they got the bigs, the wing defenders to go against whatever comes out the West, and it looks like it's going to be San Antonio, not just because of one game. I just think San Antonio wins that series, but whatever. Let's see what they're talking about.
They went after Harden, didn't they?
Oh, I was waiting on that. Again, when the pressure is on, we watch Harden and the Cleveland Cavaliers fold like clean sheets. And I got to give a lot of blame to Harden and Kenny Atkinson. One, for having Harden on the floor. Like, he was a defensive liability for them all in that fourth quarter. Big body Brunson, 7 for 8 in the fourth in overtime when James Harden was defending them. When James Harden defended anybody else on the Knicks, they were 9 for 15. And last time I checked, Donovan Mitchell is still the number one option offensively for the Cavs. Yep. How many times did we see him standing in the corner and not touching the damn basketball?
They went after Harden, didn't they?
Oh, I was waiting on that.
Well, we already heard, and I waited on it. Oh. What do you do in these moments? This is what I can't figure out with James Harden, because there are some moments, playoff moments. You know me, I don't talk in absolutes. So I'm like, I've seen James Harden show up. Few and far between, infrequently, I get it. But I've seen him show up. What is really going on? So let's try to explain this. Like, here's the thing about us, human beings. Let's try and go into the classroom about a human being, all right? So you got James Harden. We all know that if any of us had to see James Harden on the basketball court, are you kidding me? He's shooting our lights out. It's going to be ugly. He could defend all of he insane. Even against most people in the NBA, he's insane. He's one of the all-time greats. So we're not going to be stupid. But we also going to be calculated and real about why when he gets up to that level of pressure, that level of consequence, does he typically fold? The thing is, if you see James Harden, what I notice is that James Harden does not give all that he has in those moments. And that usually means it's a guy who has this fear of success, a fear of if I do everything I can and it works, whoa, what comes with that? So you've noticed that in this, and y'all be like, what are you talking about? There are guys now who don't want it all. They don't even care to have it all. They want what they want, and that's enough. Because they know what comes with having a lot or all. Right? Not everybody wants to be the king or chosen one. That era is kind of dead. It's like now, you want to be the face of the NBA? Anthony Edwards? Nah, I'm good. I want to still be able to walk around here and grab little fans and talk trash to them and go up to dudes and slap them upside the head and walk around and have baby mamas everywhere. Like, I just want to be me, whatever the hell me is. I want to just stream all day. You know what I mean? Cats are like, the consequence of greatness is too heavy. You know, who wears the crown, you know. Heavy is the head of those who wear the crown. So I noticed that with James Harden. Why? Because I remember I got faced with this when I was younger. When I was younger, I remember there was moments when I was working out and I wasn't working out as hard as I could, even though I was playing it off and people were impressed. You can fool people. They like, oh, okay. And inside you like, my son has this. He's starting to phase out of it, but I don't know if he fully phased out of it. Last weekend was a tremendous step in the right direction. I told him, dog, I feel like I know you're 100%, but I'm still wrong. You know it, and you need to give it, bruh, or else you're going to have one of these kids that is not as talented as you is going to be better than you, and you're going to feel like, ooh, it's going to hurt, especially in high school when they bench you. Everybody's showing up to the gym, and nobody watching you play because you let somebody less talented than you outwork you, okay? So don't get Alex Caruso'd, right? He's a good talent. He ain't a tremendous talent, but that boy can ball. So this happened to me. I used to go work out, and then I wouldn't work out as hard as I could. And I remember that one day I finally got over that hump. I was at Dorsey High. I didn't even go to Dorsey. I was just up there at the track doing some extra workouts. We used to run track up there. I was doing another one by myself, trying to get a step ahead. But what's the point of getting a step ahead if you ain't gonna go 100%? Practice don't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. You know what I did? I remember them girls up there, big old girls up there, them dudes, some bloods up there, they laughing and giggling, looking at me. And that was the moment. It wasn't because they was bloods and I was from a Crip hood. It was the fact that I was like, why am I letting them have any effect on what I'm doing right here? I know damn well I just ran that 100-meter sprint. I was doing, you know how you run the straightaways and you jog the curves? I was doing that. I said, I know I didn't run 100% in that 100. And then them people, because I wasn't doing it because I didn't want them to say, oh, that's all you got. So that's the question that I see James Harden not answering properly. That's all you got. It's weird. It's weird. Because he's not trying as hard as I can't. Nope. Gun to your head, I need more out of you. Do I get more out of you? Yes, James Harden. Yes, I do. I can't say that. So it's kind of sad. I'm not the only one seeing that. I'm not the only one thinking that. It's real.
They were trying to do the same thing with Jaylen, and so we said, okay, you know, we feel like we can play that game. We try not to play that game much, but we feel like we have a guy that we can play that game with in Jaylen. And so, you know, just like we have to try to figure out different ways to guard Harden and Mitchell, they got to figure out different ways to guard Jaylen. But there's no secret, we were attacking Harden.
No secret, red dot. We are attacking Harden. We gonna figure out, is he gonna really go all the way or not? Like there's a too cool for school, and it's weird to say because I've seen too many James Harden games, probably more than y'all, because I'm a Clippers fan. So I season ticket holder. I go to the games and I watch him. He has this like he is not going through the motions. It's just not all he got, right? Like even though some of those plays he was defending properly, at least in closeouts. I don't know what he was doing in help coverage, but in closeouts he was going out there. Like he was putting up obstacles, so it was hard to get your vision and get your shot off. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, other than he ain't going as hard as he can. And that is the one thing as a coach or a parent, if there's anything you can do that's going to hurt your kid, is letting them advance and you know they ain't giving 100%. Do not let them go, graduate, promote them, reward them, give them positive consequences if they are not going 100%. I'm telling you, because what's going to happen is no matter what they've achieved, whatever they've done, whatever level they get to, they will meet somebody who will be going 100%, who is as talented, if not more talented. And when that happens, you're going to feel bad for your baby, because your baby going to feel like boo-boo. Your baby going to feel like, what? Don't believe me? Watch track and field. Just watch track and field. They'll tell you. It's the realest thing out there. All right. So everybody not blaming James Harden. Not everybody. Some say he should. Ooh. Some are saying this is something else. It's somebody else's job. Let's see.
If you think about it, a lot of great players, be it KD, say, I want the opportunity, I'm taking Bron. Bron says, I'm taking KD. Russ says, I'm taking this guy. Chris Paul says, I'm taking that guy. That's what the greats do. They guard other greats. They're not going to put that man on somebody else. and say somebody else handled this responsibility. Same thing with Chet last night. They got Lou Dort and they got Caruso, and you 7'1", and you got 6'6" and 6'4" guys out there trying to guard them 7'8" guy.
It's true. I mean, you can outthink it, and it looked like maybe based on results they outthought it. Why wasn't Mitchell just guarding him? Like, all right, dog, I don't care what coach. Come on, dog. Come on. I mean, first of all, in body types, I'd rather have Mitchell on Brunson. Straight up. More than Harden. He got more twitch than Harden. He's shorter and smaller than Harden.
Gotta take the challenge.
You gotta take the challenge on. And like you said, Joe Spider, I fought you. Stop passing him the ball.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Look, they ain't getting nothing great offensively down the stretch in the fourth quarter. They steady going to James. He ain't really getting by his man. He ain't really creating enough separation to really get great shots out. But I'm looking at Donovan like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you steady passing this man the ball? You got it going.
All right, let me say one thing, and I know y'all have witnessed this or experienced this. When you play ball, especially, let's give you an offensive rebound. Like when you're young and you watch people get offensive rebounds, they rush it right back up. As soon as they get the rebound, and that second shot, oh my God. I mean, you might as well Angel Reese it, right? Throw it over the backboard or something crazy. Like little kids think, oh my God, I got the ball. Okay, throw it back up. Instead of gather themselves, take a breath, power step, whatever you got to do, power dribble, get you some space. You have to learn that. What you also have to learn is the clock. Your breathing and the clock. Because things are happening a lot faster than you think. But you actually can slow them down. Because you can think way faster than anybody can move. So that's how they always say the light turns on and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, and finally things started to slow down. No, your thoughts finally surpassed and went way past these actions because they can. Why am I bringing that up? Because in real time, you think, oh, my God, this ain't happening as fast as it is. It is. Before you know it, that fourth quarter will go by, and you saying, why don't you go grab the ball? Why don't you lead the offense? Why are you hiding in the corner? Because he ain't thinking it's happening as fast as it is. Like, all right, we got it. All right, next time I'm going to get it. Oh, okay. Oh, that was actually a good play. Like, you just start making these excuses, this reasoning. You just start, like, not really being locked in step with time. And then you look up, you ain't got no time. That's a life lesson, for real. That's why they say the days are long and the years are short. Because you literally be like, man, damn, dog, I got to do all this today. You don't even want to get out of bed. You be like, damn, I got to do that. I got to go over there. Oh, my God, the traffic, all that. And then you look back, you be like, what? That wasn't much. That wasn't nothing. He could have eaten. Now he going to look back at this game film and be like, oh, man, I should have just went up to them and took the ball. I should have just went up to them. And game two, you always see those responses. You always see them look different. You always see those coaching adjustments because it be flying by in the moment. But reality, you got time, little man. Take your shot. Breathe. You got time. Now make it work.
You know what I mean? I just felt, man, it's like, okay, boom, I done got you to this point. Now James, bring us home. Damn that. You got us to this point. You got to bring our ass home too.
Hey, you can see the shore. You know, the studies say that most accidents happen in a 5-mile radius of your home.
Yep. That's why it's so important to put your seatbelt on before you leave the house. My daddy, I remember the day he yelled at me. I don't know, I was 8, 9 years old. I was just sitting in the car. He said, put your seatbelt on. And then he just did something in the car, and he looked back, and I didn't do it yet. And I said, put your seatbelt on. I was like, why? He said, because most accidents happen around your house, or when you first get in the car, or when you're about to get out. I was like, oh, really? That's the case. Put that damn seatbelt on before you leave the driveway.
You can drive 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles. Most accidents occur within a 5-mile radius of home. No matter how far you go, you can see the damn shore. Mm-hmm. And I'll be damn if James Harden don't drown y'all.
Blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you this, man. I remember I got pulled over one time by the police. Right by my house. I was living in Manhattan Beach, and I turned that corner off Rosecrans. I'm going down Highland. I'm right there. I'm like 3 blocks away. I said, oh, no. I'm coming from Hollywood. You know how long it take? And I'm right here, and I had to pee. I had to pee so bad that I literally wanted to go all the way home and then just have but I was like, this is going to be a high-speed chase, but it's going to be slow speed because I'm right here. But I'm not going to go fast, but I'm not going to slow down. Then I was like, nah, I'm not about to get shot. They're going to be mad if I had to keep going these blocks. But I had to pee, and I didn't want to reach out the car and say, hey, I got to pop. I was like, oh, man. So when they pulled me over, he's like, sir, you know why I pulled you over? I said, sir, I don't know exactly. I actually don't, but I really got to pee. He was like, oh. He looked at me like, dog. It was like 3 a.m. He like, all right, whatever. I think the gas station had something. Either that or I had my pee jar in the bottom of my seat. So one of the two, I leaked out. But boy, I was about to evade SWAT team. I was about to get myself to the crib. I had to pee. All right, one more take on this James Harden stuff because I just like to hear it. I like to hear all the perspectives.
There are losses and then there are catastrophic collapses. And what we saw tonight from the Cavs was a catastrophic, utterly embarrassing, completely putrid collapse. And it starts and it ends with James Harden. James Harden, after that abysmal performance you had offensively, Game 7, everybody forgave you. But to come out Game 1.
Yeah, they're auntie clapping. I actually love it. It cracks me up, but it's.
And let Jalen Brunson take your heart. Let Jalen Brunson take your will. Let Jalen Brunson take your manhood and do absolutely nothing about it in the Garden is shameful, especially for a superstar, especially for an all-star, especially for a former league MVP. James Harden.
I don't know. Probably because I know Acho better than all y'all. He getting real close to that border of he really be calling people out. I don't know. I don't have my finger on it yet, but I'm noticing his takes are either getting hotter or he don't care. Because, we know James Harden ain't it in those moments. But this is you're really going in on him. Listen to it.
Free throws are expensive for you. Why do I say that? Because you're shooting 63% from the free throw line over the last 2 games. James Harden, if I am not mistaken, you are 1 for 14 from the 3-point line over the last 2 games. James Harden, if I am not mistaken, you are 7 of 26 on field goals over the last 2 games. And
I will be a hypocrite if I criticize Acho based on his goodness or greatness, just like me. All of us would be. Only person could ever talk about sports would be Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, you know what I mean? So we're not doing that. But I'm just saying, I don't know. It just seems like there's a certain style to this game, and he doing it a little different than before. Let's just listen.
You call yourself an all-star? Make that make sense.
That's what, thank you, God. Man, I love this world. When you locked in, when you tell the truth, it don't matter. You're going to take hits. People are not going to believe you. People are going to try to slander you, sully your name. People are going to put smut on your name, whack out my murals. They're going to do it. It don't matter, though. It ain't going to stop nothing. Because the real one's going to be like, hey, dog, gotcha. Right now, I just said that, and I didn't know what to use for evidence. And then that came out his mouth. What is going on? We strip away championships. We call them bubble rings and Mickey Mouse rings and stuff. We strip away all-stars and no, what's the point of accomplishing anything if somebody don't come and question that? There's too many other things to question. Do not question what I've already done. Question something else. It's a lot of stuff I want to do. Question that. Can he do it? Can he make it? Can he get there? Okay, I hear you. No one's perfect. But when you start questioning what I already did, I got 4 kids. You gonna act like I can't make a baby? What? I am a daddy. I'm your daddy.
Make that make sense, James Harden. Utterly embarrassing, pathetic, and an anemic offensive performance. But it would be one thing if you had an anemic offensive performance, but you were strapping on defense. Harden, you were a leaky faucet, G. A leaky faucet that ended up flooding the entirety of the house.
That's what it is. It's we got to get entertainment out of this now, I guess, because there's so many of us doing it. I get it. So just be more theatrical, more energetic. You ain't got to change your adjectives. Y'all be going in on cats. I can't do it. I'm hypocritical when I say these cats will mop the floor with you. Talking about leaky faucet. I drown your ass and you try to play some basketball with me, partner. But even that, I drown you if you try to just do what you do and I do what I do. That's where Jaylen Brown, we're going to have Nick Wright talk about. Oh, I got to put that down. Nick Wright goes in on that. Nick Wright, whoa, my goodness. Y'all can say what y'all want about Nick Wright. He in my top 5 right now. It's Cam Newton, Nick Wright for sure. Keep going, Dan Patrick, yep. Colin Coward, yep. I got to get a 5th one. I don't know. Ryan Clark when he ain't baiting. When Ryan Clark just doing Ryan Clark without all the other stuff, Ryan Clark is insane. Yes, sir, I love him. The point being, dog, just put some like more energy into what you do instead of what you're doing to go more sideways. That's what I'm seeing. Remember those remote control cars always had two knobs, one to go up and down and one to go left and right. And then you knew you had some money when you didn't have that kind of remote control like that. Oh, ghetto ass. You knew you had money when you had the steering wheel. That's when your remote control car was rolling.
Because you couldn't turn the water off on Jalen Brunson. They called you out every single possession, and you didn't have enough heart to get one singular stop. They said, everybody go to the block. Cat went to the block. Bridges went to the block. OG, he hit outside the three-point line. Hart hit outside the three-point line, and they isolated James Harden for roughly 10 straight possessions. And Jalen Brunson had 11 straight points closing out the fourth quarter of that game. James Harden should be ashamed of himself.
Blah, blah, blah. No lies told at the end for sure. No lies told. The numbers actually support that. Like the ISOs, I saw the stats. I was like too deep, too nerdy. But yeah. But it just seemed like, I don't know. Am I out of touch, out of tune? That's what we do? It was all that, you drowning and leaking and falsing the house and you can't do nothing and you ain't playing deep. I don't know. I look at sports evaluation and assessments differently, right? You don't got to be my daddy. That means you ain't got to make it all better. You ain't got to be my coach. You ain't got to always find what I need to do. Like, you are a broadcaster, but broadcast, God dang it. Y'all in here trying to go at me. Okay. I just don't like that. I just heard too much of that.
Watching that game last night, various times, I thought, it makes everything else in the West so irrelevant. Really think Austin Reeves and Luka are going to take down Wemby over the next 5 years?
Told y'all. I said it in a different way. I said, man, look, LA got too much traffic for me to be going to some damn Laker game to see Luka and Austin Reeves and really believe they're going forward and going to do something. And for all y'all think, since I'm a Clippers fan, I'm a Lakers hater, you're a liar. Let me tell you this. I went to every single Clipper game this year until, not when they traded James Harden, when they got rid of Zubac. I said, I'm not going. Why you not going, Marcellus? Because that just told me y'all don't know what y'all future is and you don't think it's that bright. James Harden, I understood. He wanted some real money at his age. I got it. Zubac? First of all, we lucked up to get Zubac. Zubac is one of the best bigs in the game. You're going to need Zubac. I understood when he got hurt, we looked a little different, a little more athletic, a little younger. Not even young because he's young, but we got some younger guys in there, and we was like, whoa. But when they let him go, I'm like, oh, y'all know that this future ain't that bright. Bring LeBron in, you got something. Imagine that, LeBron and Kawhi Leonard playing in the same city as Luka and Austin Reeves. First of all, that's racial. Thank you. That's racial. But two, I'm going to the Clippers game. Because neither one of them going to win over OKC and San Antonio. But at least I got some superstars over there.
I mean, that is unbelievable. Mark this date down last night. May 18th, 2026, last night. Wemby officially became the face of the league. He did. Before the game.
Y'all agree with that? Y'all agree with that? Beat up in the comments. He's the face of the league. I know right now, boy, it can turn out that way. And it easily could turn out where SGA, the MVP, says, hold on, give me that back. Give me all of that love you trying to steal from me, give it back. Right? And then goes out there and wins this series and gets to the finals and wins another championship. So that's back-to-back championships and back-to-back MVPs. Go out there and win finals MVP too. Oh, Jesus. See how sports, this is why sports is beautiful. That's why I like sports media to challenge what you can do. But don't take away what I've done to build up your case of what I can't do. That's it. They are taking away what people have achieved and have done to make us believe they can't do it again. No. I already did it. Just say you don't believe I could do it again. See, that takes sophistication. That takes brilliance. That takes work. That takes homework. We have uncovered something, Danielson.
SGA won the MVP, motivating him. Wemby won the night and the game. He is now the movie poster for the NBA. Shooting from 30 feet, you got a little Steph. Blocks like Wilt, alley-oops like Shaq, 24 rebounds, humiliating the other bigs like he did Rudy Gobert of the T-Wolves. Folks, I don't know how many more boxes he can check.
Dog, that's real. I saw a stat that he got like more three-pointers than Steph after 150 games. He got like more rebounds than Olajuwon and steals. And I'm like, the dudes on this list is insane. I got to find it for you guys. It's insane. This dude is going ham. I'm about to go get my water. Continue.
We're creating new ones. I've seen a unicorn. I'd never seen a Wemby. I don't know what the series is going to be. Eventually, I don't think SGA, my guess, won't have the worst plus minus of anybody on the floor. You know, I took San Antonio to win it. I think it's going 7. But you are watching two things happen simultaneously.
What?
The beginning of a dynasty and...
Which dynasty? Beginning of what? All right, OKC already started or beginning of San Antonio? I'm listening.
Potentially the beginning of the greatest basketball player we've ever seen. He's not there yet. I don't think he's fully refined offensively.
All right, we all talking this fear. Dog, it's his second year. Of course he's not there yet, Colin. We know that. Don't qualify it. Duh. But it's weird we're having this ad nauseum conversation of Jordan or LeBron, and then we insert Kobe here and there. And then wouldn't it be crazy if this dude just passed them all by? Because these are Wilt Chamberlain numbers, but we actually get to see it. Like Wilt Chamberlain, oh my God. Come on, let's talk. If Wilt Chamberlain was playing right now, not even, I don't know what he looked like in his skill set. I heard he's one of the best athletes ever. Obviously, the numbers say that. Dog, if you saw somebody put up 50 and 20 as averages, that was his average 1 year. Not even this. 41, 24, 3 and 3. He's like, I had an off night. His average was 50 and 20s. What? So that's the thing. We might be seeing Wilt come to life.
Dylan Harper, his running mate, Magic got Kareem. Got to have somebody else. Shaq, Kobe.
Dylan Harper. I don't know. First of all, Castle was there. And then Harper might turn into James Harden. I saw this on Jeff Teague said this. He's like, y'all turning him into a Harden. That means he going to want his own team. Like, remember James Harden, OKC in the beginning? They was like, damn, he's sick. And then he was like, and the only thing that's going to cure me is going to Houston and getting this money. Sorry, y'all. I got to get up out of OKC. That's what happens. Okay? Your ego takes over, and it's a healthy ego. Don't make ego always negative. Ego fuels you to get up there too, okay? So he was like, I got to go get mine. Y'all going to make Harper have to do that. Trust me, a rookie on that team, he ain't staying forever. You can't do it.
MJ Pippen, Dylan Harper's 20. I've never seen a rookie guard this good since Magic. 7 steals, 24 points, 11 rebounds. He never turns the ball over. Lightning quick. He'll be all NBA either by next year or the year after.
Yep.
So we've had great tandems in this league. Dylan Harper and Wemby is all-time stuff.
Blah, blah, blah. We'll part 2 you then. Since the game is tonight, we'll see if we got some more or get some more out of that. Come on, NBA. Everybody always talking about the NBA is down. NBA is dead. NBA ain't this. NBA ain't that. Check this out. The NBA just announced this is the most watched playoffs in 29 years. Let's go back. This is 20. Oh, we're going back to Jordan, 96, 97, that world. Hello? Hello? Anybody there? averaging 4.5 million viewers per game across all networks. I know they had the Nielsen group rating change, and that changed all the ratings up this year for everything. Because they used to have the rating system archaic, where it used to go to the Yard House, or where y'all go, Dave & Buster's, and y'all watching the game, and they would get the rating of one person. It's like, it's 300 people in here watching this game, and y'all get one rating? So now they changed that, and they gave them the proper credit. So all the ratings are up. That said, come on, y'all. Please, let's not act like NBA ain't on fire. We saw the Knicks game, a huge comeback. One of the most historical comebacks ever. Give us some love. Thank you. But that ain't it. The game was OKC and San Antonio. Now what they going to do to follow that up is a whole different animal. Well, we got to see what happens. All right, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, hit the super chat. Y'all are in this conversation, this chat, talking about everything but what I'm talking about. I love it. Keep doing it. Keep going. Beat it up in the comments. Make sure where our top fans at right now. We got my man Rafael Ramirez. Okay, Mr. Carpenter at 5. Restreambot number 4. TC210 is 3. Master Pro Plex is 2. Oh, we got some new booties up in here. And then Stomp, number 1. Yeah, we still got to do Dan LeBatard declaring war on the media and the athletes. Journalism is dead, as we said. Nick Wright going to chime in on that, and with Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Brown's beef. Even Kwame Brown got something to say. You're like, damn, Wiley, you got a lot to go through. Caitlin Clark got her haters talking and her supporters talking. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, something going on. A.J. Brown getting married, and he didn't even invite Jalen Hurts. Okay, y'all call that gossip if you want. I know one thing. If my quarterback is my boy, then all of a sudden he ain't my boy, all of a sudden he don't go to my wedding, all of a sudden I don't want to play on this team. Let me just tell you that, because he ain't going to throw me the rock when he should. Not all the time. Just telling you how it goes. There's nothing worse than being a receiver with a quarterback who kind of cool on you. I've seen it. Oh, they take it out on you. They don't throw that rock. They can play it off. Oh, I thought the safety was going. No, you didn't. Throw the damn ball. Carmelo wants peace with Jeremy Lin, all that. All right. Okay, so you know what happens when Stephen A. Smith gets into any issue, any beef. Like his crew got his back. New York style, son. You know what I mean? My crew got my back. I say the gremlins start popping. You know, in the movie Gremlins, when Stripe would get wet and also they just start popping off. And then, you know, Kendrick Perkins going to have to pop off. So Jalen Brunson, you better duck. Here come them gremlins.
2026. Jay, can you read this text message real quick? I didn't even have this number saved.
Sure.
But read that text.
He ain't had a number saved. That tells me that whoever sent you this, you ain't really that cool with. You ain't even got his number. He just sent you, said, hey, Perk, let me just help you out here. Got your back.
Former Celtic here. Keep speaking the facts. Pound emoji. Much respect.
Okay, cool. So he was texting me that because of what I just said. We had a conversation about Jaylen Brown.
This is auntie behavior. And look, Perkins is gigantic. So when I see him, I know he gonna probably not want to be nice, but I don't give a damn. I've went against bigger offensive tackles and got sacks. Here we go. Here's the real. That's auntie behavior, y'all. I don't like when I got it. Look what I got. Like, hold on, your words speak volumes. A text is a text. Why are you, like, I don't know this layer of, it's not even journalism. It's not even coverage. It's like, see, I'm not lying, or see, other people believe me. I don't give a damn what they believe. I don't care what they want on their tacos. I want ketchup. Ketchup. You need to catch up. Don't be showing people's receipts to be like, yeah, see what I'm saying? This ain't the court of law. You don't need evidence. You need an opinion that is fact-based. And if it ain't fact-based, shoot, make them opinions so strong we think they facts. What is this stuff we got? I'm not even going to say grown men. I'm just saying former players, like getting a locomotive and hitching on to somebody else's caboose and say, see, we all agree. What that's supposed to make Jaylen Brown say, oh, y'all right? Come on, man, come a different angle.
Then I get another text that said, hey, JB tripping. Another text from a former player that played with the Celtics. JB, lack of accountability.
No, funk that. You know what it is? JB thinks for himself. First of all, he's smarter than everybody I've seen on this screen so far. Y'all really want to go? All right, say Jaylen Brown ain't got enough people that are going to talk for him. I got your back. He's smarter than all y'all. That's part one. Part two, since we're going to play the little silly game, the dumb game, who got back and who got this game, he got more than all y'all. Me too. I said on the screen, I'm on the screen too. May not be smarter than me, but not stop. Dog, what we doing to this dude? The dude was asked, or the dude was talking about, I had my favorite year, and y'all gonna try to turn that into a narrative that he is not professional, that he is not a leader, when in his favorite year, he did his best leadership. What? Stop letting these people in the back of the class talk that damn loud. We can't hear in the front. What's wrong with you, dog? Like, you doing too much now. And Perk, don't call me again. Perk, do not call me again. Perk called me one time. I told Perk, I don't do that. If you ain't never called me before, don't call me now. Okay? I do not talk to people the first time because they got something wrong or they mad at something I said. You better pick a time when you like me to call me, and I might pick up. If not, I'll hang with my kids, dog. Y'all know me. Don't be out there caring about no dude at no cocktail party, no ESPYs. Been there, done that, okay? Getting sick and tired of y'all. Y'all gonna have these kids out here. A kid can't say his favorite game was the one where no one thought he could do anything because the other team had his number and he balled out, but we lost. But I say, so what was your favorite game last year? Man, it was the one where I didn't think I could do it and I did it. But we still came up short. That's not a respectable answer. He got to pick. First of all, you can only pick from the games you won. And second of all, Jaylen Brown already done won a chip. Y'all talking to a champion like this. Imagine a chump like me. You can't even tell the truth no more. God dang.
Right? And then I went to X because it's one of my favorite social media platforms. And during that time,
why you ain't saying these names and numbers? All this, I ain't got his number saved. Who in the hell is it? How you know it ain't just one of them 1-900 girls or something? Hey, I got Perk's number. Who the hell is it? You ain't even got his name. Come on, man. This what we doing? You undressing Jaylen Brown like this? Jaylen Brown's supposed to be a role model. First of all, he still is. But I'm saying you ain't supposed to be trying to take shots at him. For what? Dog, dude could have got an academic scholarship to Cal. And we over here acting like he ain't thinking through it. He just told you the truth, and y'all hate it because it doesn't fit your narrative of toxic ring culture.
JB, I think it was maybe the same day or the next day, he had put out and said that him and KG was going live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And then all of a sudden, it got pushed back to 7:30.
Look at Jay. First of all, this is high level. This is another one. Big brain, smart guy, great guy. He out of this. He tapped. This ain't it. Now, he will go there. Trust me. I think he picks his battles now because he's like, I will be doing that way too much on this show. And I'm not here often enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell. Man, look. His SAT way different than these two. And look, they are winning in their own respects, but they losing in this conversation because they are literally in the moment trying to create a narrative just so they can win a little pissing match with Jaylen Brown. And let me just tell you this, you can't win that one. We talking ball, bruh. He did it. He doing it. He a champ. Let the man talk for himself.
p.m. Eastern. Now, he ended up going live, but I didn't see Kevin Garnett. I didn't see Kevin Garnett. You know why I'm bringing up these points? It's because, JB, guess what? It's a lot of people in the organization. It's a lot of former players, legends, that don't agree with you, bro. They don't agree with you.
I hated when I heard that growing up, and I hate it more now. And so, who gives a damn? Perk, you know how many times somebody told you shouldn't have done something, you did it anyway, and it worked for you? Stop projecting what the hell you've done or not done, and then tell me what I should do. You know how many times somebody walked up to me and said, man, if I were you, boy, I'm so glad you ain't me. Won't you just Be supportive while I do it, or be a hater while I do it. So when I do it, I can know where you were. Because I'm going to do it. The hell? Jaylen Brown? Like, we are going higher and higher and higher. Like, what's left? Jaylen Brown's what, top 10 in the league right now? He was an MVP candidate before they forced his teammate back to come back early from injury. But you know what I mean? Top 10? Dog, yo son, you at them AAU games, driving all across the city, all through traffic, spending all them thousands of dollars to have your son on a team, got him some Kobe's, got him all them wristbands. You would die if your son was on any team 15th on the bench. You'd be like, my son, I'm proud of him. He made it to the NBA. This sucker is number 10 in the world. And we got this kind of criticism? Woo.
They don't like the way that this looked. And what you said and how you said it during that time, it didn't make it look good. Everybody already got speculations about him and Jason Tatum relationship. Oh, and by the way, we still haven't seen Jason Tatum on your Twitch yet.
I could have been off this topic. This is petty. This is petty wop. This is petty. Like, look at what they're using for evidence. Other people don't agree with you. Look what they're using for evidence. Where's your teammate on your Twitch? I played on 4 NFL teams. You know how many of my teammates been on any of my shows? 0. You know how many guests I've had on all my shows? 3. And I'm one of the most well-liked dudes in the league. Trust that. My nickname was Dat Dude. I didn't make it up. Cats was like, you that dude. I go anywhere as love. I get so much love, I get hate. Right? That's how much love I get. I ain't got no problem with nobody. I just don't talk on the phone, and I'm not going to be all nice to you if I don't like you like that. I'm going to be respectful. It's a big difference. I will always speak to you. But after I spoke to you, we ain't got to keep speaking. And trust me, I ain't got all the homies with me. I'm solo creep. You ain't going to do nothing, and I'm not going to do nothing. I don't come for that. I come to enjoy myself and go back to my itty bitties. You better get on the game plan, brother. Talking about, nobody else agree with you. When your teammate gonna come on your show? I mean, do you do everything for somebody else to give you validation? Sounds like it.
He still haven't made an appearance. So we wasn't lying. And while you're doing this, guess what Jason Tatum is doing right now? Commercials with Deuce and his other handsome little son, getting money.
Oh, God. Man. We have lost. I just read an article from Lauryn Hill talking about this. They were like, why you didn't put out another album? Why'd you leave the industry at the height of your career? And she was like, look, I protect my art, and I'm going to do it my way or it ain't going to get done, basically. First of all, Jaylen Brown's getting money. Let's just not act like he didn't set a contract record. But there's also a game that you got to play the game that is getting played. And Jaylen Brown, we all know he ain't the one that's going to play that game, right? And you don't know how this is going to turn out. Dave Chappelle did the same thing. People were saying the same thing about how crazy are you for leaving all that money? People were doing the same thing. Now look at Dave Chappelle. He printing money. He laughing at everybody. He said, just tell me if you support me or you hate me. Because when you see me do what I got to do, you're going to be there and I'm going to know who you are. Let Jaylen Brown just be Jaylen Brown. You know damn well Jaylen Brown ain't cut from no mainstream cloth. He too real. That's all. It ain't that deep. I've been in the game before. I played, dog, my employees were the NFL, ESPN, Fox. I know the game. You can play the game, and you cannot play the game. He ain't playing the game.
And being a businessman and being a brand. And I get it, man. Jaylen Brown, he's very outspoken. I understand he speak up for the people. He's in social justice. I'm never gonna knock him for that.
Why you say it so flippant? Why you say it so like, all that? I get all that. I hate when they do that. I get all that. That's the stuff you should get. That's the most important part. Not the fact that his favorite year was a year you don't like. You literally arguing me that you didn't like Michael the movie. This is what this sounds like to me. Dog, Shut up. I don't care. You don't like Michael. They should have went deeper. They should have went longer. Your name ain't you Antoine Fuqua or something. Like, move. I don't care. I love the movie. And you're not going to change my mind. And I'm not trying to change your mind. So stop arguing about if the movie's good or not. It's about to make $1 billion and nobody thinks the movie's good. Okay. Good luck with that.
I'm never going to knock for where he stands. When the George Floyd thing happened, the incident, the murder of George Floyd, I remember Jaylen Brown was standing front line.
Man, will you stop? Look, first of all, stop calling people outspoken because they just tell the truth. They actually say what we all kind of feel and connect and say, but we've been trained, socialized not to say that. You're an athlete, don't say that. He's saying the real stuff. What you're saying is something that I see these eyes, and I ain't want to point this out, but damn it, I got to do me. Them eyes been that must be Stephen A. Smith over here. Stephen A. Smith must be right here. Because them eyes, every 3 words is looking dead at him like my son looks at me when he plays AAU basketball. Making sure daddy is okay. Daddy, am I doing the right things? That's how my son looks at me. He can't get 10 steps going without looking at daddy. I'm like, yeah. As long as it's 100% effort, yeah. As long as you train your brain and you going 100%, yeah. I don't care about these shots made and shots missed. They gonna happen. But this one, look at them eyes.
And we applaud him for that.
Told you.
But at this particular moment,
told you.
I got to tell him what's
told
real.
you.
You blew a 3-1 lead.
Told you.
We're talking about basketball.
Somebody else, there's 2 other people there. And this is a monologue. This ain't no dialogue. Ain't nobody else said nothing. Except when she had to read the text that you gave her from an anonymous former legend.
We're talking about a duo that could play together for years to come. And you leaving off of that series saying that was your favorite season wasn't something that needed to be said publicly.
Oh, maybe he's talking to Jay Williams. Because Jay ain't, he trying to get Jay on his team. He know he got Stephen A. Jay like, man, look, Perk, come on, bro. Come on, Perk.
I just think it caused friction. But to SA, to have your back, and you know me and you didn't argue on the phone. You didn't call me and told me when you thought I was wrong, and damn it, I do the same to you. But in this particular situation, you're not wrong. You didn't say nothing wrong. You have stood up for Jaylen Brown. You win that.
I hate when people do that. You know, dog, what you did is what you did. I know what you did, but what you're doing is what you're doing. Do you know, I always say this because you watch the local news and you see that murder, and that murder happens in that neighborhood, and then they go to that old lady, and it was like, wow, he was such a nice fellow, pretty quiet, but every time I saw him, he would speak. Ma'am, Perkins, it don't take much. It doesn't always come with a scent. It doesn't always come with, you smell that? No. Sometimes it just happens. Like you could have supported Jaylen Brown forever, Stephen A. Smith. But right now, what you're saying to this man ain't right. I'm not talking about what you said before that was right. I'm talking about right now. This attempted murder of his character right now.
I guess what is it, USA? For not having them on the squad. You called a lot of people out and said because he takes certain stands, they don't want to do brand deals with him, and it ain't right. All across the board. This instance, I can't rock with you, JB, and guess what? It's a lot of former players, former Celtic players, that's not rocking with you either, dog.
So, give a damn about all of them. I should wore my hat today that says FAY, and y'all know what that stands for. It's my gang I grew up with. Funk all y'all. Blah, blah, blah. The people who got it, let me tell you one dynamic that I see happen in this world, because it really throws people off, it feels like. Like when you get it, whatever that is, money, fame, you acquire the title you want, whatever it is you were dreaming about becomes reality. You're faced with 2 things. Either A, you're gonna keep being you. Or B, now you're gonna be it. A lot of people become it. And I'm not even gonna say they're disingenuous. They just know what it is. and they're going to be it. And one of the things that come from being it is the fact that you're going to be fatigued, tired, and you're going to start to pick your battles. That means you're not being you. You see things, it offends you, you're not going to talk about it. You see things, it doesn't offend you, but everyone wants it to, you will talk about it. You see things and it affects people and they want you to go and be the leader. As long as it's beneficial to you, you'll do it. You're not being you, you're being it. I know a lot of super successful people who will not do anything because they like, man, look, I'm just trying to, it was too hard to get here. I'm trying to stay here. I'm trying to protect here. What happened to you? Oh, man, I got wife, I got kids, I got a legacy, I got all this, right? And I did, once again, I'm gonna tell you again, I don't think anything's wrong with it. It's just a different version. Most people get in that position and they are not gonna be Kyrie Irving. They're not gonna be Jaylen Brown. They're gonna be it. Because they know what comes if you are gonna still be you. There's some kind of like system, control. Oh, really? That's what you want to do? All right, we'll put you to the side. We'll promote him because he knows what it is, not you. It's sad because I think that really, really puts the next generation behind. We always complain about the next generation. We're the leaders of that generation. They learned and they heard with their eyes. They watched us. And they're like, that's what y'all doing? Okay. So I don't blame. I don't look down. I don't look backwards and blame them. I'm not looking at these itty bitties and blaming them. If anything's wrong, it's starting here. And that's what is happening. You see Perk over here going at Jaylen Brown, and Jaylen Brown is just, dog, this all started from him talking about his favorite year. They didn't like his answer. Man, I got so much more. I got to give this a minute. Let's go. What time is it? 6:02. Oh, we got time today. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I see some super chats. Let's go. I see some more super chats. I see it. Who we got here? Stomp. What do you say? And it's wild. Former players have something to say. But what about his current teammates? What do they think? That's what matters. Well, maybe it does. Maybe your current teammates disagree with you too, Stomp. Oh, well. Like, it's okay that people disagree with you. This whole, look, I know there's wisdom of the crowd, but let's not act like there's uniformity or absolute in the crowd, right? They told Kanye West, Jay-Z, who's a rapper, one of the best ever, who's seen and heard more rap than all of us combined probably, has done it for sure, saw Kanye West and was like, I don't know about him. Respectfully, Kanye West is a bigger artist than Jay-Z. And he told him, nah, just stick to producing. Y'all letting these people in this room tell you what to be. What? Thank you. Kanye was like, okay, I'm not going to diss you, Jay. I don't think you wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong. I ain't going to argue with you. Like, what's the point of exchanging energy with Jay-Z? And then what happened? One day he in the studio, he's spitting something, and he's like, can I jump on this track? And Jay was like, that actually was pretty good. Go ahead. Here's a throwaway. Go. Oops. Little brother become big brother. And that's no diss to Jay-Z because I don't know. I just think that Kanye, they both selling out everywhere they go. So I don't know. But Kanye to the... They told him no. They didn't tell Jay-Z no like that. They told him a different no. Like, go the long route. No. Nobody want to sign you. Go start your own label. Okay. They told Jay-Z no. Different way. It's real spit. Real spit. Come on, y'all. Adrian Robles says Perkins ain't it. That topic he wasn't. Perkins cooks though. I mean, the one before that when he said he folded like some clean sheets. I love that. I love Perkins. All right. I ain't going to let Stephen A. respond to that. I'm going to let Kwame Brown. Stephen A., you get your turn tomorrow. We talking too much on this. We already heard one of your gremlins. Let's go.
About Kwame be crying, Kwame be doing this. I said this was Stephen A.'s job. I want you to pay attention to what he admits that he can do. This guy openly admitted, do you want me? This is supposed to be just a basketball journalist. He's just supposed to be reporting on the game. His job shouldn't be that significant, right? Stephen A. is harmless. He's just focusing on X's and O's in basketball, the game he knows and loves, that he couldn't play with a damn. But he says in this video everything and how systematically he tear down players' contracts. And he's always a friend to white folk, but he's always aggressive towards black folk. Every time a black male athlete, a black person, period, says something to Stephen A., they're met with a threat on First Take, and then now he goes over to his own channel and do a whole segment on it.
That is a formula. I'm trying to think of ways to dispel that. I'm trying to think of ways to undermine that because I don't want to convict Stephen A. of having black aggression and then being a white pacifier. But I don't have any evidence. Beat up in the comments. Give me some times where Stephen A. I mean, it got to be players like Aaron Rodgers or something. Well, even though I know you love Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad man. But it got to be players that he go at. Come on now. It can't be that simple.
But Stephen A. Smith, how did you get so much power that you can get the team and everybody to go against Jaylen Brown? Shoe deals and everything like that. He's going to openly admit this on airway. Thank you, Stephen A. Smith. You just vindicated me. All this Kwame is just mad about his basketball career. I feel sorry for him. Don't feel sorry for me. First of all, there's a God up above who I serve that's watching over me. You should know that, dummy, because he's supposed to be watching over you as well. So don't ever think you have that type of power and authority that even if you block somebody in your world that you live in sports, God will open up another door.
Thank you. This is what I want people to understand. I think, what is it, 8 billion people on this planet? Whenever you go viral, I mean viral, there's just millions of people watching that or knowing about that or read that. Whatever it is, scandal, doesn't matter. You getting clowned at work, just do the numbers. You know how few people really know? But in your head, because you're the star of your own movie, you think the whole world knows. Are you kidding me? I walk around no matter what's going on in my life, good, bad, or ugly, and 99.9% of the time it's the same. What up, big dog? What up, big dog? And if things are going super well or they heard some breaking news and some positive, you signed a contract, then you get that. Or, oh man, people talking trash and they accusing and messing BSing and they lying on your name, they putting smut on your name, they whacking out your murals. You hear 0.1% of that. Travel, leave your locale, go anywhere. People don't know nothing. They're like, what? First of all, people don't know you, let alone know what you're going through. That's it. So when somebody threatens you, please respond with, dog, what's that gonna do? I got God, and more importantly, ain't nobody gonna find out or know or care or trip. And if they do, let me know if you're a supporter or a hater. So when I do what I do, I can know where you were. Thank you.
So people that live like that and live by that, they don't give a damn about your threat, Stephen A. Smith. You're a small peon. So be careful with all that macho man mouth you got. You should probably humble yourself a little bit. But let's let Stephen A. tell you exactly.
He told us exactly. Blah, blah, blah. I got to get off this energy system right here. But I can't do it yet because somebody, a peer, I got to support Stephen A. Smith with his own, right? I got to let a peer talk about it. Thank you, the disciple. Oh, that's a dope way of spelling it. The disciple says, Marcellus, I totally agree with you. The real problem is what people do not talk about. It's prevalent in sports since high school, being the it, not yourself. Ooh, the disciple, deep one. Thanks for the super chat. Hey, I'm telling you for real. I'm not talking about this story. I'm talking about this life that we gonna insert this story into, so hopefully we learn something. These kids are getting lost in part because they think the win is doing what Perkins and Stephen A. Smith is doing to Jaylen Brown. That's not the win. That's gonna get you the attention. The girl standing in front of the club with nothing on, a mini skirt and a shoestring around her chest, is gonna get in real fast. She's gonna get attention. Oh, did I forget to mention what comes with that attention? Go ahead, go in there fast. And all the real women, all the ladies, gotta wait or get in on their own. But it ain't gonna be as fast as the one who, We all know how to flash. We all know how to peacock our way into something. These kids think that's the only way. Some of them. That ain't it. Tell him, Nick, that ain't it.
Unpack that just a bit to just level set the way this thing is supposed to work. Jaylen Brown is, I don't know, let's call him roughly the 10th best player in the NBA. I think that's probably about right thereabouts. He is, as the 10th best player, on a $300 million contract. Stephen A., as the number one guy in the entire industry of what we do, is on, and I only know this because he made sure everybody knew it, is on a $100 million contract. So
y'all can do the math. He gonna go there. He gotta go there, but
well, God bless him and credit to him, and I appreciate it. The rising tide, raising all boats. That is a little reminder.
Yes.
That no matter how big the commentator gets,
yes,
he'll never be quite as big as the people he's commenting on.
Thank you. And that's where some of my confidence comes from. No lie. I borrow a little from, I actually did this. Don't talk trash to me. And I just didn't do it. I did it. And they were like, yo, I know your name. I know your face. But more importantly, then I did this. And I think I'm not using it for the ego stroke. I'm using it for the fact that I got perspective, bruh. Like when I see people lose perspective, whether it's the journalist who going way too heavy with that ink pen, like I'm like, dog, calm down. Or it's the athlete who is now doing this and he's forgetting, hey, dog, you used to be in that locker room. You know how hard it is. Or it's the athlete who decides that, hey, and nothing else matters but me and this ball. Wait a minute, dog. There's way more life to it than ball. I'm just blessed to be on both sides. And I understand exactly what Nick Wright is saying. He's like, let's level set. Are we serious? We really gonna let people in the crowd? It happens at every game you go to now. There's always some crowd MVP that got all the jokes or got all the criticism or got all the answers. And they look at me a lot of times because they need that validation. The whole crowd giggling and stuff. If they saying the right things, I'm with you, dog. But when you not, I don't even laugh. I don't even eye contact, nothing. But I wait until you really want it, and then I look at you and I go, that ain't it. You can ask people all the time, that ain't it. I had to talk to this coach the other time. First play of the game, he yelling at the ref. Then he looked at me, he was like, yo, why? I was like, hey, coach, that ain't it. What you mean? I said, coach. I said, coach. He wasn't our coach. He was the other team coach. I said, you coach, but that ain't it. Teaching these kids excuses from hello. Come on, Nick.
If the 10th or 11th best guy in just one of the sports you cover is, by your own metric, 3xing the salary, it's a good idea of where we stand in the marketplace.
Preach.
Which is why, and this is the thing, and I don't even really care so much about the on-court or in-stadium walk-ins where they present Stephen A's arrival as if he is Chet Holmgren. That's fine.
Hey, I've seen enough Nick clips. I've seen enough of his clips. And shout out to Bryce Young right here. This has got to be Bryce Young's brother. Shout out to John Wick. John Wick and Bryce Young. I love this. I've seen enough Nick Wright clips to know that him and Stephen A got something to talk about. Like, he looking at Stephen A like, you doing too much. Simple as that. I don't know the exact moment or evidence, but he is like, Stephen A, you doing too much.
That's fine. It's kind of charming. Some would call it cringe. Some would call it funny.
It's funny to me. It's funny.
Whatever it is. Right. It's funny. And so, like, and there's no actual harm in that. There's none. But talking to these guys like you're a mob boss and they better watch what they say, there's harm in it.
It's unreal. Blah, blah, blah. I would say it like this. Thank you, Stomp, for I don't know what. You got the mic. I dropped the mic. Okay, let's drop the mic over here. Let me just say this, and this is real. This is just industry-wide. Dog, nobody cares. I remember playing with guys who weren't that good, but they played long enough. They got a contract here or there. They took care of their money, whatever. They live an amazing life. They weren't that good. Oh, well. You think they're supposed to hang their heads low for the rest of their life because of toxic ring culture? Did you win a championship? No? Oh, what did you do then? I set myself up for success. We are losing the script. We are losing our way, and we're letting loud people make us cover our ears. You're like, I don't want to hear it. But you better think it. They're getting in the way. They're getting in the way. Simple as that. Don't threaten all you want, say all you want. I got jokes too. I sit here in my home, in my basement, comfortably talking to y'all. And I'll talk to anybody. You know me. This show is about everybody. I'm sorry. Most of these people are my friends. Whatever you call a friend. I'm not calling you. I see you when I see you. Associates. I don't know. Network. I don't care. I care about my family and my friends. Whoever come over and play pickleball with me. That's who I'm rocking with. The rest of y'all, keep talking. I'm listening. And I'm going to keep talking. You're listening. But say the right things, man. This game could be so much better if you just say the right things. This whole back and forth beef, can't lie, it's kind of interesting. It's tantalizing, but it's low vibration, and it's really Stephen A. and Kendrick and others. That's low vibration, dog. Y'all got to do better. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. We got some other topics to get into. We still got to do Dan LeBatard on this whole thing, so I got to save some time for that. Ooh, I must say, Caitlin Clark and that stuff got to wait till tomorrow, I guess, huh? Nah, we're going to do that right now. We think we can do it right now, Wiley? I think we can. All right, let's let Colin start it off. Let him set the stage. This is interesting. It's some racing here. It's a little bit of racing here. I heard it. Let's go.
So Caitlin Clark, third season in the WNBA, has already set the record. She had another game in which she had at least 20 points and 10 assists. And I have been saying when she broke into the league, people said her comp is Steph Curry. Now, I think stylistically, the way she plays her game has got some Steph Curry. I think, though, in terms of an iconic player, she's more Michael Jordan. So Jordan walked into the NBA. He was a rookie sensation. Year 2, he got hurt. Year 3, he was like the best player in the league, arguably, and he then needed his Pippen, got it in year 4.
Okay, we setting her up for one hell of a trajectory. I mean, Jordan, Steph Curry wasn't enough. We had to go to Jordan. Let's go.
So Caitlin comes into the league, rookie sensation. Year 2, last year she's hurt. Year 3, okay, her stats are great again. When is she going to start winning at the next level? She has not won a playoff series yet. And so my take is she has her Pippen. Kelsey Mitchell was a player that got some MVP votes. And this is not like hating on Caitlin Clark, but the stage of, wow, who's the new kid? I'm done with that.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's pause it right there. That's a good setup. Well, let me tell you what he's done with. Look at this. Caitlin Clark is officially the first player in WNBA history to record multiple games of 30-plus points and 10-plus assists. First player. Damn, what was they doing before her? Stats from Friday's game against the Mystics have been corrected, so she finished with 32 and 10. Okay? And that's coming off of her, also being the gal, hey girl, most games with 20-10 in WNBA history. She got 11. Look, I thought they meant this year or since she's been playing. No, they meant forever. Look at this. 436 games. Taurasi, 560. It took Diana Taurasi 565 games, and she did it only 9 times compared to Caitlin Clark's done it 11 and 56. I get why they said Steph Curry and Jordan. Okay, so when you see that, it makes you think, oh, she the face of the league by far. You Steph Curry and Michael Jordan? Look. But then you see promotions like this. Do not disturb. The W is on today. The Aces versus Atlanta for a must-watch matchup. Look at this. Indiana and Seattle. So then, Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports, he says, if this is real, and I think This is the most idiotic promo I've ever seen in sports. I like Raven Johnson, but to not put Caitlin Clark on every graphic for every Fever game is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, would you ever promote a Lakers game without LeBron? Well, yeah, kind of you would. Spurs without Wemby? I don't think so. OKC without SGA? You got a shot, but maybe. It's so intentional I can't wrap my brain around it. How can this league be so god-dong stupid? Caitlin. No race there, right? But we kind of know what 2 + 2 is. It's something between 3 and 5.
All right, I can't believe I'm doing this video, but I had to do it. It's WNBA season. People know I'm a huge WNBA guy. I've liked the league for a long time, specifically Caitlin. I've been following her career forever. So there's a doubleheader TV tonight. First, you have Las Vegas Aces against Atlanta. On the promo screen, you put the players. You have Asia Wilson, best player in the league for Vegas, and Angel Reese, huge name, good player, Atlanta, makes sense. Move over to the Seattle versus Fever game, which is going off in a couple of minutes. And I'm not even 100% sure who the player was for Seattle. I don't follow them that closely. They do have one of the stud buds. They also have, I think, the LSU player, Flojo Johnson. Is that her name? Flojo something. I would have put one of them, whatever.
One of them black people, they're athletic. Flojo. Rest in peace to the great. Oh, my gosh, she was insane. But Flage.
Move to who they put for the Fever graphic. Raven Johnson. Now, I like Raven Johnson. You can go back when the Fever drafted her and everyone was complaining. I'm like, I actually think she brings toughness, good D. I'm happy with the pick. She was a bear at South Carolina. She also averages 1 point a game, doesn't get a ton of burn, doesn't get a ton of minutes. Caitlin Clark, by the way, just put up 30, had the whole sports world talking about her, and 10 assists. Caitlin Clark is the face of your league. And she's not on the television from the WNBA account. You have...
Now, there are times when they do, all right, like I've been on teams where they're like, we're putting Bruce Smith everywhere. Then they're like, all right, this little ticket thing or this little throwaway thing, put Marcellus there. Or Junior Seau, we put them everywhere. In some teams you got it. They both the same level. Junior Seau or LaDainian Tomlinson. It's like, oh, damn, we got to put them both. You know what I mean? So he's not nitpicking, but there is something there.
Raven Johnson and not Caitlin on that. It's like, when would when would the Lakers be playing without LeBron? And maybe if you have two players, LeBron and what's his name?
Well, we shouldn't put him if you don't know his name. His name is Luka.
My brain, you know who I'm talking about. Luka. If the Spurs are playing, it's automatically Wemby.
Right. We heard this already. Blah, 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 blah. So that made a lot of people run with that and say, what's the reasoning behind that? I don't think always there is an intentional, calculated reason of malice. I think sometimes there is an unintentional, not calculated issue of ignorance. Nah, you got to spread it around. Sometimes you even get bored at your job. We always going to put Caitlin everywhere? Is there somewhere we can show that there's another player on our team? I would think that more than anything. All right, simple as that. We got to get into this real quick. Let's keep the energy going. Did not invite Jalen Hurts to his wedding. What is going on? Breaking. Eagle star wide receiver A.J. Brown reportedly did not invite his quarterback Jalen Hurts to his wedding this weekend. Hurts was the godfather of Brown's daughter, Jersey? Wait a minute. Your boy and the godfather of your child? A.J. and Jalen have been very close friends since high school and have always viewed each other as family. Okay. First, I was like, this feels a little bit like out of my water. But then I saw LaShawn McCoy, former Eagle, talking about it. I said, maybe it is in my water. Let's go.
Find out who's at the wedding and all that.
Bro.
This is
TMZ
scary.
find out everything.
Right. But listen, man. Obviously, it's not what it used to be, right? And I think sometimes when it's a work relationship and we're friends outside the work relationship, and then I'm not delivering on the field because maybe it's his fault or maybe it's his fault, our relationship might get affected. And I think this is the problem we have right here. AJ was going for 1,400 yards. They was winning games, et cetera, et cetera. The offense slowed down. Offense ain't doing well. He ain't throwing the ball. I ain't catching the ball. Now it's a little friction there. I mean, I don't make a big deal about it, right? I mean, they won't probably be best friends for sure, right? But even before the wedding, we've been knew this. Correct. We've been knew this. So it's time to move on. I think AJ's going to a new team, right? we're gonna see what Jalen Hurts looks like without AJ Brown. We're gonna see what AJ Brown looks like without Jalen Hurts. I can't wait because now we won't have this conversation every day, every night.
Yeah, but that's the easy way out or the weak way out, and that's not the way they should go out, especially if they boys. Like people always say, don't mix business and pleasure, and I'm like, that's a dumb thing, but a lot of people believe that. Don't do business with family and stuff. I'm like, shouldn't the opposite be true? You do business with family because you're supposed to be able to tell the people closest to you, hey, dog, don't come late again. You know what I mean? Like, I feel better to tell that to a stranger. I feel stronger. I have more authority with a stranger than my boy, my brother, my cousin. Your cousin come over, you're like, man, what the hell are you wearing? Instead of like a stranger, you got to be, oh, nice meeting you. I just don't get some of these things that are, telltales. If they can't play together and work it out and they've been friends since high school, who can?
And I think this type of conversation from all my homeboys that play with the Eagles, it's affected the team. We tired of hearing about A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. We tired of hearing about it.
I think sometimes a divorce, both in romance and in football, is good for both parties.
I know a lot of people that got divorced and they say, you know what, that's my best friend now.
Mm-hmm. That is true. That is true. Because now you just see it for what it is, right? You saw all the good that made you marry him and all the bad that made you divorce him. And now you just summed it up, and then you go outside and get that perspective again, renewed, that ain't nobody really better than them. It's just they're different, right? You can't. That's why divorce rates go up based on how many times you get married, not down. Divorce rate is 51% if you get married the first time. The second time, I think it's 63%. Third time, like 72%. They keep going up. You know why? Because you keep thinking, if you keep getting married, you keep thinking, oh, this is the one. No, it ain't. It's the two. It's the one. And then comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Your ass going to be out of there. That's how the game goes. It doesn't get better. It's just a different game.
Might have cost some money, you know what I'm saying? But they best friends. Yeah. Maybe it might be a situation where, hey, AJ goes to the Patriots, yeah, right? Balls out. Jalen hits, good game. AJ might say the same thing to Jalen, and then they become cool again.
Yeah,
I think the issue here, football has messed up their relationship.
Yeah, that's well said.
You get what I'm saying?
That's well said. And
hell yeah, blah blah blah. If I'm a receiver and my quarterback is my boy, and I'm not eating, we have a lot of conversations. We're gonna have a lot of conversations, and if that doesn't resolve this issue, I'm really mad at you, dog. Like I'm really mad at you because I'm like, you can do this. I know you're my boy. I know how good you are. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, let's get into this story right here because we got to pay off at least the headline. Oh, we got so many good topics. So many good topics. Oh, Marshall Faulk went racial. I got to do that topic too. But right now, let's end the show with the meat of the show, which is a lot of this damn LeBatard. Let's go.
What is happening right now is a genuine war between the Blake Griffin attitude where he says, go to brunch, you nerd. And here's Jaylen Brown now going after Stephen A. Smith because you have a real disconnect right now between athletes and how they feel about the people covering them.
Stephen A's job and it's Kendrick Perkins' job and my job to talk to the media. It ain't your job to be a clown. It ain't. And this whole playing the game, this delusion that y'all got, that y'all running with, y'all making it seem like I'm playing the game and I'm pulling the ladder down. Y'all ain't doing nothing but helping y'all motherfuckers. And I'm tired of that. Y'all not.
Ooh, so all the threats and all the like, yo, you want me to really cover you and really go into the locker room and really tell you what the organization thinks about you? He's saying, no, all you doing is getting yourself in a power position and then just kicking the ladder so nobody else could climb up. It ain't about me. It's you playing that game. Deep.
Not being the bread, and that's why people calling that shit out, and that's why I've came to that conclusion. And I'll tell Stephen A. and whoever else when they see me in person, I will let you know that it's Stephen A., Stephen B., Stephen C. directly to your face. So you don't even know. Like, it don't gotta be no, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Damn.
That's not all he had to say about this, and they've been going at it pretty good, and this evolution bothers me, and it's bothered me since Stephen A. Smith basically challenged Kevin Durant, threatened Kevin Durant on television. There has been an
I got to stop right there because that was the moment for me too. When he said, you don't want to make an enemy out of me. I literally, I don't know where I was. I just remember thinking, wow, we're there. And this ain't good. Kevin Durant. Why I don't want to make an enemy out of you? What you gonna do? Dog, you got on makeup. You wearing a suit. You got a microphone. You in an air-conditioned studio. What are you talking about? What are you conflating? What's wrong?
Evolution here journalistically into entertainment that is a contaminant, and it's not the way that we're supposed to cover these people. But Stephen A has become an institution that is as big and formidable and as famous as some of these athletes. So let's hear Jaylen Brown some more. He's got some more for Stephen A.
Tell this motherfucker retire, you know, because he's the face of clickbait media at the point, and maybe with his retirement we could spark a movement to get the rest of these motherfuckers out of here, or to also have some type of forget journalistic integrity, actual integrity, in order to hold themselves accountable to the bullshit takes they put out with no basis, no bias, no information, just narrative, just for the sake of just pushing a weak narrative, just purely out of that. I'll give it up. I'll pass streaming. I'll sign some streamers or some. You know what I mean? It ain't a big deal. Y'all ain't never heard from me before this. Think about it. I don't do no media, no podcasts. I don't do none of that. I barely post on social media. But the fact is that my obligation is to, as an athlete, I'm obligated to speak to the media. It's my job. Like, he thinks the media is his job, and so is it's my job too. It's in my contract. If I do not speak to the media, then I will be fined. So when they use that comparison where it's my job, it's your job to play basketball, it's also my job to speak to the media.
Hey, this is a smart dude, man. Come on, y'all. Let's stop playing with this guy. And Stomp said, damn, we done covered 3 different Jaylens today. For real, huh? Brunson, Brown, and Hurts. Boy, all these black mamas they was in the same, they must have watched the same TV show. Somebody Jaylen on there.
Okay, I can actually report something. Can I report something here and now?
Is it a happen to know? Do you need the happen?
Oh, no. I know LeBatard. Blah. They're going to get something silly off. Oh, man, look. We covered that topic earlier, and the angle that I just saw right there, LeBatard is not happy at where things are going. And, look, people got so much respect for Stephen A. Smith, I'll start with myself, that no one wants to tear him down in trying to criticize him. But we are being critical. Like you can hear from Nick Wright. You just heard it from Dan LeBatard. Doesn't like where this is going. Well, this isn't going anywhere until someone takes it there. And Stephen A. Smith is taking it there. You can't ask someone what's their favorite something and then get mad at what their answer is because you can't, as the kids say, yuck their yum. You didn't say what's the best, greatest, my best year, whatever, even if that was the question. But the question was favorite. And he's like, yo, can I tell you? And now we're going to attack this man and take him and his character somewhere else because we don't like his answer. Because his answer doesn't really support what Stephen A. Smith does, which is a ring culture, which is toxic at times, which is going to prop up what we already see in this industry and keep things status quo. And Jalen's like, look, have what you want. I'm just telling you things change. And I'm going to tell you what I feel because I'm playing ball, dog. I'm making my money playing ball. I may be losing opportunities, but I'm also not losing myself. Understand how things change. Let's end the show with this. Look how things have changed. 1995 versus 2026. Shall we? Nope, no music. Just look at the difference. That is true. If I see another person tatted from the floor up, speaking of the big, remember the floor models? Floor up. And then look at that big old, oh man, we done lost our ladies. Look at that. Yeah. Look at this, arguing with the teacher. And now you used to make the kid feel bad. Like, kid, you learn. Now you learn. Why are you talking to my kid like that? And look at the kid over here giggling. Real spit, huh? This is our world now. You don't fly kites no more. I fly a drone, homie. This is the only one I like, actually. That's the only one I liked. Bye-bye kites. Nobody need a kite. Kites are cute. Them drones go get it. Love for you guys, man. Have an amazing day. Spicy day. Spicy topics. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member of this show. We're going to continue to do this. I tell you, as long as I'm living, I'm going to be giving you everything I got in this show. And we got more shows coming. You guys see some of the teasers. On the Rocks is coming back, hopefully within the summertime, definitely before football season. So all you guys who liked On the Rocks, beat it up in the comments and tell me you guys are pumped for that. Also, what you want on there. That's going to be our show. We're going to do the show like normal. Then we're going to have some guests on there. That's the only show I right now have guests on. We had Marshawn Lynch on before. Who else has been on there? A few people. I forget because I've been hitting the head a lot. But love for you guys. Have an amazing day. Continue to be great and understand the difference between it and you. Ooh. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the purpose.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation. So
that's right. We had Kenya Martin on there. Yep. Thank you, Rafael Ramirez. Love for you guys.